Hello everybody, my name is Jessica. Welcome back to Budget Freedom. I wanted to do a quick 5-minute video for you with 5 easy steps of how to start budgeting today. Anybody can do it. There's really no excuse to it. It does take a little bit of commitment and a little bit of time, and you just gotta sit down, and I promise you the first time that you do it, you'll get addicted, you'll get excited, and you'll want to keep doing it. And as long as you keep it easy, it will encourage you more to keep doing it. You know, if you overcomplicate things, and this is one of the biggest thing I see with people that I work with, is they jump into budgeting, they get excited, and then they start overcomplicating it. And when you overcomplicate things, it becomes overwhelming, it becomes stressful, and a lot of people give up and they stop budgeting. And that is the saddest part to me, because you should never stop budgeting. Budgeting is an investment in your future. It benefits nobody except for yourself and your family. So it's really something that you're really doing only for yourself and for your family, which is a wonderful thing to do, because it's going to give you the financial freedom and freedom in life to do what you really want to do and live the life that you really want to live. So it's really important that you don't get overwhelmed, you don't get overstressed, and you keep doing it. Better do it simple and keep budgeting than overcomplicate it and stop. That's what I always say. So 5 easy steps. Step number 1, organize yourself, okay? Get yourself a pen that you love writing with, okay? Get yourself a binder for your budget, like I have my binder, okay? Get yourself a little box or a cookie jar or whatever it is to put your receipts in, and assign a day to budget. Choose a day or a night or a morning, whenever it is that you feel like it, that you're going to budget every week, and try to do it on the same day every week, so that it encourages you, it becomes a habit. Once it becomes a habit, it's going to become a lot easier. If you're constantly switching the days every single week, then it can be a little bit more challenging if you're not very self-disciplined. But if you have a really volatile schedule, you might have no choice except to do it when you can, and that's also okay as long as you do it. So step 1, organize yourself. Make sure you have highlighters, make sure you have a pen that you like, make sure that you have a binder, make sure that you have, like I say, a cookie jar or a box or something at the entrance of your house where you can dump receipts in when you come home, and make sure that you choose a day that you're going to budget. If you are still getting bills in the mail, put those bills by that cookie jar, in that cookie jar or box. Try to make it as easy as possible. Make it pretty. Get something that matches the decor of your house, and so it's not obvious to people when they're walking in your house. If you are getting your bills through email, create a folder, budget, okay, in your email, and make a subfolder of that: budgeted items finished, budget items not worked, or however you want to call it, and all the new bills that you haven't paid, put them in that not worked folder. And that way, when you're ready to sit down and do your budget, you have it all organized in your email, and you can go ahead and quickly do your budget without wasting a whole lot of time. Okay, step number 2, sort your bills. Kind of talked about it with email, okay? The other part, though, is to actually sit down, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera here so that you guys can see me writing it down. Okay, so you guys can see my paper here. I'll just use this paper next to my budget here. Actually, I have another little ideas sheet here. Let me grab it quickly. I'll just use this one for now. Okay, so you want to sort your bills. What do I mean by that? So if this is the first time that you're budgeting, you're just going to do it quickly. You're going to write down bills, okay? And then you're going to write down expenses. All right? Bills are going to be things that you need to pay every month, regardless of what's going on. So that's going to be things like your rent or mortgage. Okay, those are going to be utilities, water, phone, internet. Okay, I'm writing really fast here because I don't want to waste a lot of time so you guys are watching this. It's going to be, obviously, if you have car payments, credit cards, any other debt payments that you have to make, subscriptions. Trying to think what else we would have. If you have, like, I pay my kids' school fees, you know. If you don't have school fees, I'm not really sure. Any bills that like go off your account every single month that you need to pay no matter what, those are all going to be bills. So you want to sort that and write that down nice and easy so that you have that in one place. And obviously you want to write down how much you're paying for each item, okay? And that should be the same amount every month. Okay, except for like water and electricity, obviously that's going to alter. Your phone, I guess it depends on what kind of contract you have. And your credit card debt, obviously that will change as well. Then your other expenses are going to be things like food, gas or travel, okay, personal care, kids, clothing, wants, household stuff, basically anything else that you'll spend money on. Eating out, it's part of food, but it's kind of a separate section here. So you want to first get an understanding of your money and of your bills and expenses that you have every month. So I think that is the really good starting point. Just organize your bills and know that, okay, these are my bills, these are my expenses, okay? Then a third thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to write down your sinking funds, okay? Sinking funds are anything that you want to save for. So if you want to buy a new laptop, let's just say, for $500, okay, that would be a sinking fund. Savings are also a sinking fund, okay? Let's say you need, I use my kids' clothes. When I want to do a change for the season, I'll budget $250 for kids' clothing, shoes, clothes, whatever else. You know, if they need a new jacket, if they need new shoes, if they need a few pairs of pants. I have my kids' clothing funds. Birthdays are another good thing. Christmas or any other religious holiday that you're saving for. Vacations, okay? All of those are sinking funds. So that's step number 2. Organize yourself. Write down what you need to be paying, what you need to be saving for. Have everything in a place so that you're ready to go ahead and fill in your budget, okay? So step number 1 is get yourself organized. Get a pen, get binder, get paper, get your box organized, get your bills, how you get your bills organized. Step number 2, organize your bills by writing them out. And make sure that you go over this 2 or 3 times. You don't miss anything. If you are paying somebody to cut your grass, write that down. That's a bill. Make sure that you don't miss anything, okay? Then you're ready to go ahead and start writing out your budget. So then you're going to hop over to your budget. You're going to put in whatever the month is. Let's say they were going to do it for October. And you can budget as far ahead as you want, depending on how well you know your finances and how you're able to do that. You're going to write down your income here for October, okay? So let's just say someone's earning $5,000, okay? That's your income. And then you're going to start. Now you have your bills organized and you're going to start with your budget, okay? So you're going to sit here and say, okay, I have to pay my rent. That's $900. We have water. That's, $50. Okay. And you're going to go all the way down like that. You're going to write down all your expenses, food, when you get down there, how much you want to spend on food, $600 a month. I'm just guessing numbers, guys. I'm not really sure. Okay. Kids. All right. Let's say 200. And you're even going to budget miscellaneous. So things that you might not know ahead of time that you need to buy. Let's say on average, I think I'm going to need 200 miscellaneous. Okay. $200 miscellaneous. And this is okay to get wrong, guys. The first month that you budget, that is okay if you just guess it. Once you do this for 2 or 3 months, you're going to have a much better idea of what your miscellaneous budget is. And you're going to be able to adjust that. If you see that you're spending more than you're comfortable spending on miscellaneous stuff, you'll be able to say, okay, we're going to pull that back. And a great way to do that if you're not really good with cards or with debit card, or, credit cards or debit cards, is draw it out in cash. Use your cash envelope system. So you'll draw that $200 out in cash. You'll put it in an envelope or in a special little divider in your wallet, and you'll know that's your miscellaneous money, and that's all you can spend for the month. That will really help you get that under control, okay? You're going to write the due dates for all the different things. So the rent is due on the 1st, water's due on the 10th. These don't really have due dates, but let's say 15, depends, okay? And then when you actually, at the end of the month, when you come back and you do your budget closeout, you write down the actual amount that you spent. Your rent should be the same, so it should be no difference. The water, let's say maybe it came out to be $60, okay? So then you're gonna have $10 over. You're gonna go $10 over. All right, food. Let's say that you spent a little bit less on food. Let's say you spent $450 on food this month. Awesome. There you saved $150. Okay, and you'll go down. You'll total up your bills at the end of so when you write out all your bills at the beginning of the month, you'll total that up and you'll write down whatever that is. Okay, total bills. You'll say your total income is going to be $5,000. This is way off, guys. And then you'll know what you can, calculate your disposable budget. So we'll say that we have $3,500 here in disposable money. That would be awesome, right, guys? And then at the end of the month, when you write in all your actuals, you'll calculate your actual total, and you'll calculate the difference. And then you'll be able to see the difference between what you actually spent, and your income minus what you actually spent will give you your actual either savings or loss at the end of the month of your budget. So look how quick and easy that is. Not complicated, guys. It's just about sitting down, taking control of your money, and making sure that you are seeing what you're paying, you're seeing where you're overpaying or underpaying, and you're giving your money a purpose. And you're also, if you write down all these savings and you actually start seeing your savings when you update your sinking charts, and wow, $100 this month, 200, I've got, $400 in savings. That's going to encourage you to save more. Whereas if you're not doing a budget like this and you're just spending money out of your checking account, you don't see that you've spent $400 or $500 on miscellaneous stuff throughout the month, or you spent $300 on, going out to eat. Are you happy with that? Have you ever thought about that? You need to evaluate that in your mind and decide whether that is how you want your financial situation to be. So, quick review of the 5 steps. Organize, sort your bills, write out your budget, close your budget. Close your budget means coming back at the end of the month, writing out the actual steps, tracking your expenses, and seeing where you went wrong. And then step number 5 is choosing a method that you want to budget on. If you want to do cash envelopes, like I was saying, that's you draw out all the cash from your bank account, aside from the bills that you need to pay electronically, and you only use cash throughout the month. So you only use cash for food and for travel and for miscellaneous expenses. It's a great way, if you're not good with being really strict with yourself, to control your money. The other way that you could do it is you can just use separate bank accounts. So you can transfer it into a miscellaneous like expenses account. Say I've got $1,000 this month, and that's it, and that's for food and everything, and you can use that debit card, and you just got to keep track of it. So choose what kind of budgeting method you would want. If you have more questions, please comment, ask me questions, contact me. I'm on Instagram, Budget Freedom, and Facebook. I'm on there every day, so that's a really good way to get in contact with me. You can also get in contact with me on my website through the email or the contact us option. And I would love to hear from you, and I would love to hear what you think about the 5 easy steps to budgeting. And I would love to hear if you're starting to budget or if you are budgeting, and maybe this video encourages you to revisit your budget and to step it up a notch. All right, guys, I'll see you next week. Happy budgeting until then. Bye.